your ultra premium card stock and your $5,000 DJ.
Miranda, look, I wish I could afford the things that I can now when I was with you.
Thank you for the invite. It was really big of you and Laura. And, I'll be there.
Okay, well, even though they're jumping the gun yet again by showing us a clip from the next episode, I'm glad this clip actually came out because it adds some context to Calvin, quote unquote, spying on Miranda and her whereabouts. So it turns out that this episode involves Miranda getting an invite to Calvin and Laura's wedding. And by the end of the clip, she does accept. So she is coming to the wedding. But the thing is, Jasmine and Miranda are coming back, from the club, a little late. And Jasmine had a good time. Miranda, her age is catching up to her. It's like her shoes hurt her feet. It's late. She's just like, I can't believe that I went out like that to a club, in the middle of the night. But when she goes to sit down on the couch, Calvin is there asleep, like he's been there waiting up to see when they would come back. And of course, they're like, wait, what are you even doing here? Oh, I was watching the game with CJ and I had a couple of drinks and I felt, just knocked out. But Jasmine goes upstairs and then Calvin has a discussion with Miranda. And it's interesting because she does say, yeah, I had a good time. I'm going out again. Oh, what were you out there, giving your number out and everything? And she's like, well, that's none of your business if I'm doing that. But then Calvin claps back saying, what, is this what you're doing? You're just going out there, having a good time, showing me what I'm missing. And that's before we learn of the wedding invite. So it adds context later in the clip. So then, Calvin and her have a heart-to-heart in terms of, yeah, I've leveled, and I'm just paraphrasing here, but Calvin mentions how, yeah, I leveled up now. But the thing is, this is who I should have been when we were married. And Miranda's like, well, yeah, it's just that I know who I am and what I deserve, and I need someone who knows that as well. So Calvin thanks her for helping him get to where he is now because, her nagging and, showing or basically making him aware of what he doesn't have kind of inspired him to level up to where he is now. It's just that, again, he couldn't be that Calvin when they were together. So she then thanks them for the wedding invite and then opts to go. So one could maybe assume that she initially did not want the wedding invite. Like, I don't want to go to this. No. And then maybe that's why she opted to go to the club. Maybe Calvin was right to call her out. It's like, oh, it's the only reason, you're dressing up and going to the club just to show me what I'm missing because we're not together and because you got that wedding invite. Which doesn't, excuse the fact that he had no right to be spying on her, like watching her, what she was wearing to go to the club and then, sleeping on the couch like he was a parent or husband waiting up for her to get home. It's like, no, that's not your call. So as Miranda heads to the door, Calvin gets up like he's about to say something. And I'm like, oh, is he going to reveal his feelings? And then it's like, oh, just drive safe. So yet again, I feel like this is just further confirmation that on Calvin and Laura's wedding day, that's when it's going to hit the fan. And I'm like, again, I'm not the biggest Laura fan, but she doesn't even deserve this. Like, that is just awful. Don't do that. I mean, look, Calvin and Miranda having their wedding hijacked by CJ and Janine to make it a double wedding. Yeah, that was pretty wild. But at the end of the day, both couples got married. There was no rejected party in that. In this situation, if we do get to the wedding day, Laura's excited, Calvin is having doubts, and then as he's, watching her come down the aisle and they're about to exchange vows, then he gets cold feet, or maybe Miranda gets up and says something. That is not fair to Laura whatsoever. Like I said before, not the biggest cheerleader for Laura, but even she doesn't deserve that. She doesn't deserve that. And some people in the comment section of the video I did about Did Calvin propose to Laura to show Miranda that they were done? And some people mention like, hey, Jeremy, don't forget the fact that Laura and Miranda were apparently co-workers slash besties. And unbeknownst to Laura, she was dating Miranda's ex-husband, who was also someone, not by name, that Miranda would always talk trash about on the job. So as a result, as soon as Laura found out that, wait a minute, your ex-wife is my bestie who I work with, well, she said a whole bunch of stuff about you, so I don't think we can be together anymore. So Calvin could have used that as motivation to not just get Laura back, but also kind of, dig the knife in deeper into Miranda that, oh, we're over. And yeah, I'm going to be with your bestie from work and there's nothing you can do about it. And also, this is my way of getting back at you for talking crap about me. So yeah, who knows? But I think this wedding day is going to be just a day of chaos. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.